In this video, we'll review various backup strategies. A sound backup strategy is, of course, a fundamental element of any HA system. A very basic backup strategy is to take periodic full backups. Perhaps you do this every Sunday at 2 a.m. At least you've got a backup, but it's a pretty primitive strategy. In the event of a failure, the recovery point, RPO, would therefore be the previous Sunday at 2 a.m. Weekly full backups, combined with retained archive logs, enable point-in-time recovery to any time during the week. That's a far better RPO than is achieved with the weekly full backups alone. However, recovery through several days' worth of archive logs can be quite a lengthy procedure. Therefore, the recovery time, RTO, is in general relatively poor with this strategy. So with good RPO but poor RTO, we might pronounce this strategy as tolerable. An established best practice with RMAN-based database backups is shown here. We have periodic full backups with regular, incremental backups taken at intervals in between. A typical model is to take weekly full backups, perhaps Sunday at 2 a.m., and then daily incrementals, perhaps taken at 2 a.m. on every other day of the week. Archive logging is also enabled. This is indeed a very respectable strategy. It delivers good RPO, since PITR to any point in time is possible, and it delivers good RTO, since restoring from a full backup, then applying the required incrementals, and then recovering from the archive logs to the required point in time is a very efficient strategy. This slide illustrates a point-in-time recovery. In this example, we're using a typical backup strategy involving weekly full backups and daily incrementals. Let's say that at lunchtime on Thursday, we decide to recover to 10 a.m. on Tuesday. That's what you tell RMAN to do. What RMAN does behind the scenes is to restore previous Sunday's full backup, apply incrementals from Monday and Tuesday, and use archive logs to recover from Tuesday at 2 a.m. until Tuesday at 10 a.m. So far, so good. But what happens if the PDB I'm recovering had been moved between CDBs since Sunday's full backup? For example, this might have happened at noon on Monday. Here I provide a little historical context. This is more relevant for those with experience of prior releases of Multitenant, but may also be of interest even if you're looking at Multitenant for the first time. In prior releases, to achieve the same point-in-time recovery, at lunchtime on Thursday we decide that we want to recover until 10 a.m. on Tuesday, the PITR was still possible, but more complicated. You would restore to an auxiliary instance, recover to the point before unplug, manually move the data files to the new CDB, roll forward to the desired point in time. In practice, this additional complexity could limit the agility of moving PDBs between CDBs in previous releases of Oracle Database. The Transportable Backup feature, now available, eliminates all the additional complexities associated with a PITR in a situation where the PDB in question had been moved between CDBs since the last full backup. The point is that, with transportable backups, you can perform a PDB PITR to a time after a PDB has been moved, but before the next full backup. This works whether the PDB has been moved via unplug plug or online PDB relocation.